Niiamah here. I'm ready to come and share something really fun with you here today. Hope really excited for our experience here today. I'm actually, as much as I'm excited, I'm also a little bit nervous because today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. And so, whenever you come and watch this, go ahead and leave some messages in the chat. I want to let me know where you're from. Let me know what's happening here, and we'll go ahead and get everything started. All right, looks like we have every system online. So let's jump into this here. Welcome to Outliers Edge Live. I am Niiamah Ashong, the founder of Outliers Edge, which is a movement of extraordinary people who are here to lead the change that they are on this planet to make and build the engines that continue to support that sustainably. When I mean sustainably, I'm talking about without them being there in a way that funds their impact and beyond. And so today, I'm coming into this conversation here with the overall topic of being behind the scenes. And I had originally planned on coming in here and sharing with you some of like having you uh, observe me as I was creating my thought leadership. So going through, looking at my calendar and seeing some of the different lessons that I've been sharing with my clients recently, as well as going through and sharing some of the different insights and ahas that I've been having on my own. I decided to scratch that though, and the reason for that is that there was something in the back of my mind that was just getting at me. And what was getting at me was that my engine for client creation hasn't been finished yet. My engine, like I've chosen to do live streaming. You all may know I'm playing a game of getting 10,000 minutes of live streaming done before December 31st of 2025, and so we're about 6 weeks out from that, maybe a little less. And I have a vacation in the middle of it. And so there was a tension that was taking place. And I want to start off here being real with you. We're going to dive into actually more of the behind the scenes stuff, but I want to let you know like what I'm thinking and where the tension is and why today is going to be different than what I had anticipated. So the tension that I had was that I know that like 10,000 minutes of live streaming is it's a pretty ridiculous goal for me right now, given that beforehand I had zero, like more or less zero, right? And I started it from zero, even though I had some live streams going in the past, and there was like so much infrastructure that needed to get done. There was like letting people know about this, being able to create the ongoing like components of this. Like I was trying to figure out all these things, and what ended up happening is that I was hiding behind the scenes. Like it was like, how do I get all these things ready to go before I can get started? And so what was happening is that day after day, week after week, I wasn't actually getting started, and it was really easy for me to not have like some kind of deadline or something that like drove me forward because I'm like, no one was looking for this. This was just an idea that I had, and it's not just like a random idea. I vetted it. I had to make sure that it made sense for my business model, made sense for the traction I was already seeing in business, such that this didn't become like some new thing that I was tossing on. Well, the, when I was looking at today, I had my calendar is fairly open, and the reason for that is that I haven't actually been creating any new like connections, haven't been inviting new people in. My usual engine of creating clients and creating relationships that can lead to something is through the podcast, and I am moving. We had something happen with the podcast where all of my email addresses got shut down, and we had to like take a break from sending out there, and which gave me some time to go build this infrastructure. Anyway, the real thing here is I know that I can talk for like 8 hours straight. If we needed to, like I could be on this live. I could do a 24-hour marathon. Like that's not a problem. And I can rack up minutes from that perspective. But and this happened the other day with a client of mine. I have a real distinction that I look for, which is what's a challenge that people give you or a challenge that sounds good on paper that is actually completely distracting you from what it is that really matters. And that was one of the things that was coming for me right now, which was like, all right, I have this element of 10,000 minutes. It's a really great and engaging. Hold on one second. I'm going to take off my. I had my heater on next to me, and it was just like it was getting a bit too hot, or maybe it's just that I'm feeling uncomfortable, one or the other. But the question I was asking myself was like, okay, I have this challenge that I'm taking, not challenge. I'm trying to use the language directly. Challenge is it motivates me differently than getting to play a game. So I get to play this game with a 10K live, and I want to win. Right? I want to play to win, and the what was coming to me was I'm like, I could spend a day creating and having people come behind the scene and watching me create these videos. Uh, but what would be missing, and I know this, I know what would be missing. What would be missing is that while the thought leadership is out in the world, while I feel better about like getting something out that I've created, and I can always get my team to start building up our repurposing engine and helping them like really take these live streams that we're doing and then turn them into clips, turn them into emails. Like we have this whole engine and ecosystem built behind all that we're doing. That part wasn't the most important part yet. All right. That part wasn't the most important part. The most important thing was to get people into the movement, was to start inviting people, was to be able to be in a place where when I come onto a live at 10 a.m. Pacific on weekdays, which is what we do every time that like that's it. This is our time. The people are expected it. The people are there waiting, that people are asking and calling me forward into something new, as opposed to me relying on the algorithm and hoping that someone shows up and like so on and so forth. Like I can talk to zero people. I mean, that's what I was doing when I was recording with no one there anyway, right? So there's no difference there for me. Although right now I am actually stepping back into leadership of thoughts and experiences. And so this tension was running through me and trying to figure out like how do I do I know that what I need to do is actually figure out how I'm inviting people into the movement, what the engine looks like for that. So I'm consistently inviting people in so that there's a way like the movement actually exists beyond just like me talking about it or sharing and saying like, hey, go join the movement. It's like, well, like what needed to change. And so I'm going to read a little bit here of something that I'm going to give you like behind myself. I was going to read it, but you know what? I got to play. And so what I can do instead of just reading it to you is put it on the screen. Let me go ahead and this is my first. See, look what I'm saying. Like every minute, we get a chance to explore, like get better with this. I'm going to share my screen. I think that's the right call. And